Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Good evening and welcome to the Unprofessional Professional Sports Show. As you probably might have heard at the beginning of the show. Thanks, James. That was awesome. Anyway.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, yeah. There's that little bit of space before it actually goes live and you can hear people talking in the beginning. That's yeah. And he just busted out the BS. Literally.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, you're good. You're fine. It's unprofessional professional sports show. Who gives a damn? Anyway. I am BA, and of course we have Keith Engel, James Martin, and Bo Crouch. How you gentlemen doing this fine Wednesday evening, afternoon for you, Bo?
I'm doing well.
You're doing well. Okay.
Don't make me get the button out.
Don't get the button. Oh, damn. No buttons. No buttons.
You got to have that button for Jack, right?
Oh, I need that. I got to he'd go nuts if I set that off, man. Jeez.
When doesn't he go nuts?
I was like, that just sounds like challenge accepted. Like
it does, you know. All right, Friday morning it is. Let me put this somewhere where I'll see it.
There. Oh yeah, and a shout out to Jack too, because he should be in Florida by now. He took a trip down to Florida, so he'll be doing his shows from Florida until February.
Nice.
Drove his new Jaguar down.
Yeah. Jaguar. That's what they're calling it.
They look different than I thought they'd look, but
Jag driving a Jag.
That'd be perfect. That's perfect for the Mad Yinzer right there. He'd laugh his ass off on that one. Speaking of Jack, on some boxing news, you hear about Terrence Crawford retiring?
It's funny. I thought I read an article where Jack was talking about the fact that, you know, after this next fight, Jake Paul was looking to fight Crawford, and now he retires before he gets a chance. He'd get killed, by the way.
Yes, he would.
He's going to get killed in this fight first. Let's crawl before you walk.
Hey, I hope you're right. I want to see him get punched in the mouth. I'm tired of seeing him fight MMA or washed up or like go fight somebody that's actually going to know
on your level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know. I just hope I'm not watching the first round. I'm seeing Bo's updates on the sixth round when I'm watching a fight.
Oh, is it on Netflix?
This guy, Joshua, knocked out Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
That says enough for me there. So I just think that, I don't know. Maybe he's biting off more than he can chew. I mean, I'm not going to be surprised. I guess I will be surprised if he holds his own against Joshua. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter. He's a decent fighter. I think, but again, you mentioned the has-beens and never will be's that he fights. It's a disgrace to boxing. But this is what boxing is right now. This is where all the money comes in. It's the internet. This is internet sensation. Fine, he can box a little bit, but Joshua's a seasoned fighter, a real prize fighter.
So I think what the problem now is because the WBC ranked him. So now you have to fight somebody. Like you can't keep fighting guys in the, UFC and like other obscure locations, football players, guys that haven't boxed in, 15 years. Now you have to actually box some real people, because if you're going to be ranked and you're going to move someone that's been fighting down the ranks for you to be in that rank, you better start fighting some real people.
How far do these rankings go? Where is he ranked? I don't even know.
He was ranked 15th.
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 Yeah.
That tells you how bad boxing has become.
Well,
15th.
So the guy that was 15th was pissed.
I'll bet. Oh, the guy's 6. What is that? How far they go? 15, by the way.
No. I don't think so. I think they go deeper than that. Let me find out.
They go to like 100, don't they?
Let's just use the Googles here.
I mean, anybody ranked below
Google
it
search
gotta be like livid.
Well,
Let's see. We're looking to see where Jake Paul is.
Paul.
No, that's
Fake
I
Paul.
like that. Fake Paul. That's what we're calling him from now on. Fake Paul. 15th. I don't think that. I think that's more outrageous than anything I've heard today. Jeez, 15th. Come on.
Go on with his show now. After hearing this, sports is dead to me.
I mean, boxing's been dead for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Dang. I can understand why now.
Well, let's just get it out there. Boxing
list.
hasn't been dead. The heavyweight division has been dead, and it's just not. It used to be the creme de la creme. It used to be what you want to watch.
It does actually stop at 15.
15.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who was 15th?
The WBA rating for him is 15. Yeah. So that's where he's ranked. But that means that the person that he took over isn't ranked, right? If they're only ranking the top 15, that means he booted somebody from the ranking, which is also wild.
Wrong in the first place. If you're going to be ranked in the top 15, you need to start at the bottom and work your way up, right?
You would.
You can't just be put in 15th. That's jackass.
Apparently you can't.
Where's Joshua?
Like, I agree it shouldn't, but apparently that is not how it works.
We don't know where Joshua's ranked because I'm guessing he's below 15. So
who?
Joshua.
No, he's got to be in the top 10.
Is he? How much these guys getting paid? My gosh.
Well, I think that's what gets him his ranking is he brings in a ton of money.
I must be missing something. I'm not the biggest boxing aficionado anymore. I was when I was a kid in the heavyweights, but I watched that last fight as much as I could. And I just don't get it. I don't get the Jake Paul sensation. I don't know why Netflix is in love with this guy to keep paying him millions of dollars.
Oh, because he was a YouTube guy. So the bulk of his following is from all of his jackassery on YouTube. Yeah. So, and he has more following than boxing as a whole right now. Because boxing has gone out of its way to ruin its own product. So a YouTube sensation that doesn't fight anybody has more pull than the best fighters right now. And that it's sad when you think back to how big boxing used to be. I mean, that used to be must-see TV. Like, you had to buy the pay-per-view. You're like, oh, man, it's going to be Tyson or Holyfield or like any of these guys. And you're like, yeah, I'm doing that. And now it's just like, who's fighting? Like, they did such a poor job building these guys up, building brands. Like, you don't know who any of these people are anymore.
The sad thing is he has a major fan base, a major following. A lot of Paul sexuals are out there.
Him and his brother both do. Because his brother's part of
like people say bronze sexual or prime sexual. Yeah, there's a Paul sexual.
Well, I haven't heard
fake
that
Paul
sexual, so that's probably about 30 years ago, probably, right? So.
Well, I mean, and his brother does too, right? Which is why he's part of the WWE now.
Logan, yeah.
I don't. So maybe doesn't. So there's got to be big paydays here from Netflix and whom else. So
it's gonna be.
So Terrence Crawford, if he gets it, Jake Paul wants to fight him, won't bastardize himself to go come out and fight for that money. I'd be shocked. And maybe it's
I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for Terrence Crawford. I mean, I just think that
does it lower?
It would lower it. Yes.
Yeah.
I think. See, the problem is because he's such a sensation. The fight that he's in, ranked 15th, won't be more than the title fight would be.
Yeah,
like you'll make more from that one because people will pay for it. So, which is messed up, but it is what it is. So would he take a dive to get a $40 million payday? Maybe.
I don't take a dive. I want to see him knock this guy into next week.
I think that's what the money. That's the draw.
Yeah.
That's the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have the question. Major. I mean, specifically, is someone going to take a dive? That's the main question.
I mean, like when you watch Tyson bite his gloves rather than swing, he was not allowed to swing.
Right.
Because Tyson has enough crazy left in there that he would have at least thrown punches.
Or shoot an ear off or nose or something.
Right? Like, I mean, maybe he doesn't connect. Maybe he's just old and it is what it is. But there's no way he wouldn't have at least swung the gloves. Like
Right.
you had large sections of time where he didn't swing.
That biting the glove thing was suspect for sure, to say the least.
On my bingo card tonight for our lead story.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. That's why I had to use Google. I was not prepared for boxing. Like that was.
Hey, I gotta throw out a crumb sometime. Gee,
it feels like a group effort to
have some kind of professionalism on an unprofessional show. Yeah.
Nice little monkey wrench in the machine. That's great.
I mean, we started with the F-bomb, so.
Right.
That's how we got.
Hey, completed. Yeah. I'd like to see Jake Paul get hit in the face so that he has to call Jake from State Farm. That's what I need to see him do.
He does have a very punchable face.
Yes. It's kind of like a few NFL coaches I know too. But
Ooh.
Speaking of NFL,
I had some wives that said that about my face. So.
Who said that about you?
Some wives of mine.
Some wives of yours?
Whoa,
okay, that's a whole different show.
Not the current one. Not the current one, but I learned to bob and weave.
We gotta write a book.
Though,
another lifetime. That was a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that's another show. That's a whole show right there.
You got to get with Jack as a ghostwriter for yourself for your book. Yeah,
there you go.
We should start what's that guy's name that had all the crazy shows? The Cincinnati mayor. What was his name? Just died a year or so ago. Come on, you guys all watched it.
Cincinnati, it's coming.
Come on, you know what I'm talking about. The guy had all the fights on the show.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name.
Oh my God!
Google that, Bo.
Maury Povich.
No, not Maury. He came before
Maury.
Maury.
Jerry Springer.
Or Jerry.
Jerry Springer.
I forgot. Okay. I wasn't picturing where you were going here.
We need to launch a Springer show. I think is what we need to do.
Yeah, there you go.
I think with the information you just divulged, that might start a Jerry Springer show.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, in the NFL, Tua got benched. Ewers is starting.
Why? I don't know why people are surprised by this.
Why?
I'm not. I don't care, to tell you the truth, because I really don't care about the Dolphins.
See what you have.
Yeah.
See what you have in the rookie. Like
but
that makes all the sense in the world.
On the other end of it, though, do you think this might be? Is this? If Miami finds out, if Ewers plays pretty well, do you think Tua will be gone?
Not a chance. Not for next year. No, because the cap hit is way too high to lose him this next year. They have outs the year after, so he's on this roster for 26 anyway. So
54.
What's that?
54.
Yeah,
he's got a $15 million option bonus. I mean, it's like 39 and 15 and and 3 and 27, all guaranteed.
Yeah, and if they were to try and just do it, not only do you have that guarantee, but the cap hit's like 97.
99, with the 3, 99 million. This is out of control.
Yeah, like there's no chance that you do that. But at the same time, you have a guy that gets hurt getting out of bed. So you might as well see what you have in the rookie and not risk him getting hurt over the last 3 games. You're not playing for anything.
he's leading the league in interception. He's got 15, so he threw his 15th in his last game.
He's also no good besides being able to get hit or getting hit or getting hurt. He's no good.
Well, that's a big thing. Yeah, he's not really.
So,
good.
and I mean, you got other teams doing the same thing. Jaden Daniels, he's shut down for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, he has the elbow injury, but they were saying he was eligible to play, but they're pulling him for the year. He's done. I mean, once you're out of contention, there's really no reason to beat these guys up, especially guys that are either hurt or have a tendency to get hurt. Miami, you got the rookie, might as well see, right? Because it's not like he's a young rookie.
And if Ewers plays well, why wouldn't I let him compete with Tua next year? I don't care what kind of money I got to pay him. He can carry a clipboard for that money.
Oh, no question. I'm just saying you can't get him off the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if Ewers is better, sure. Why not?
Ewers did play. I think didn't he play a game this season? Didn't he play one game this season, or did he play like coming in relief?
He can't eat relief. Yes, he was a backup.
Yeah. I think he didn't play too bad. He wasn't great, but he didn't play too bad either.
I mean, the problem with Ewers is he also gets hurt. So at least they have a guy that gets hurt backing up a guy that gets hurt. So that makes sense.
That works. Yeah.
Good synergy there.
There you go.
Just let you know that there's a real scenario where Zach Wilson gets a start.
I was going to say they got Zach Wilson too. I mean, there you go. Quarterback situation is straight for them for the next couple of years. And Tyreek Hill, of course, he had to come out there after they talked about Tua being benched, and he came out there with the tweet piece and then ghosted out. So I don't know if that means he ain't going to be on the team next year, which I don't think he will. He said he's pretty happy staying at home with his kids. So he says he loves football, but he said he's away from his kids too much. I said, well, that happens when you have like 12 dozen kids.
If he's home, he's going to make a lot more babies. That's a problem.
There you go.
Then he's going to be like Phillip Rivers, coming back and playing.
You got to get that insurance.
Tyreek's new profession is pipe layer.
It's not a new profession. He has a kid every 800 yards.
He's splitting time with football. Pipe layer and football. That's good.
That's terrible.
Hey, that's what this show's about.
That's right. Terribleness. Terrible.
How terrible can we be?
Charles Barkley, terrible.
Terrible. Exactly.
Charles Schwartz.
So Puka Nacua decided he was going to go on a tirade against the refs, saying that they make calls to get on TV, which
they're on TV.
I mean, the show is focused on them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he means. But I mean, I wouldn't be saying that if they're making calls just to get on bad calls, just to get on TV, get FaceTime, that wouldn't be fun. But I mean, they just make bad calls anyway. They don't really have to draw.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think they're just bad
because they're just bad at it. Yeah.
So,
which I thought was kind of filming.
Wide receiver calling out at somebody else for calling attention to themselves. That's kind of like an interesting.
A diva calling out other. Yeah. Which I thought was pretty funny in itself there. But, and in the NFL, I don't know if you guys have read the NFL is trying to get, because of the referees collective agreement bargaining is coming up. And they're trying to, we want to make different sanctions so we have better referees. And this is coming from Goodell. Now, Goodell, when asked earlier when these referee situations were going on, I'm not with the referees are good. I don't know what they, but now you want to make a referendum to make referees better. I thought they were already good. So why you got to make them better?
Well, you can't say that stuff during the season or like when bad calls are made. You have to be, oh no, they're good. Integrity's great. It's when it's afterwards. You're like, yeah, we should probably do better. That.
Especially when it's like in a collective
Yeah, like you can't. You have to say stuff like that, right? Like you can't bury them during, because then that becomes a topic the entire season. Yeah, I mean, the one thing he's really good at is protecting the shield, right? So you can't bury your own product mid-season, because that'll be front and center on every news program the whole year.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the refs are basically doing that to themselves too. I mean, I don't know. Even after, well, it's not really after the season, still during the season, and he's talking about that. So I mean, I don't know. The refs they got to improve. They got to do something to make them motivated to make better calls, to look at stuff better. I mean, it's funny when you watch these games, they have a guy in a booth that was a ex referee, or is one of the people that are with the NFL refs that are on there, and I can't tell you how many times they disagree with what is on the field. Yeah. It's like, dang, 50% of the calls in any game are disagreed by the person they ask, well, what do you think about this call?
Sure, but they're also watching it in slow motion on the big screen, as opposed to in real time on the field where you got players in your way and stuff. Like they do have a hard job. So
I'm not saying they don't. They have the technology to get the calls right, though. That's the thing that
they do, but they're not necessarily gonna do a ton of that, because they're trying to not have the game take forever. If you're gonna have that level of scrutiny on every single play, the game would be 5 hours long.
Any sport has got to stop with, and they keep extending what they're going to look at.
Yeah.
And look, I want them to get the calls right too, but I don't want to watch 5-hour games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's why
we get that to a point.
The quick review, which I'm not a big fan of the quick review, by the way, because if it's wrong, I can't challenge it now either.
Correct.
Which I think is crazy. You still got to be able to challenge that play. And I think it's nuts once they go to quick review, you can't challenge it.
Yeah,
I think we can all agree.
Generally get it right.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that the calls overall have been egregious in comparison to past years.
Get better people and train them better. I mean, that's where you need to spend your money, and not on technology, but people.
You could also help these guys out by not changing 40 rules every offseason.
That would help. Yeah, that would help.
Like if it wasn't a moving target all the time, it'd probably be a little easier for them to do it correctly.
Let us get the basic thing. It's kind of like what we talk about StreamYard. They add a whole bunch of stuff. They add a bunch of stuff, and then they don't fix the stuff that they got right. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, because I still don't know. I don't know what a touchdown is, because I guess kneeing 2 yards before you get into the end zone is a touchdown now. So I mean, you knee on it. I understand that one. And who knows what a catch is anymore?
I don't know.
What's passing? I don't even know what the DPI is anymore.
So the catch rule is a little bit clearer than it used to be. So
you fooled me on that one, because I've seen that change all over this season.
No, I wouldn't. If we're comparing it to StreamYard, it's the Browns front office. There's a couple of things on the team that you think is pretty good, and then the things that you're like, oh, this could be cool, that they just find a way to ruin constantly.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I mean, they really got to invest some time into their refs. Make them full-time employees. Stop making them part-time for one. 100%. Get them education. Get them some education. Make them know that rule book in and out. And I don't know how the whole referee process goes, so I can't really speak on how they go through the regular season on through the year. If they give them tests, if they challenge them to know certain rules in the rule book, like give them a quiz or whatever the case may be in the whole rule book. Make sure they're up to date on everything. I don't know how they do that, so I can't speak on that. But they need to do more of it.
It needs to be better.
I mean,
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's frustrating about it is, like, you can say all you want about it being a full-time job and all of that. It's happening, Donna. But it wasn't before. And you had guys like Hockey Lee and Sarator and these guys that routinely did a pretty good job, right? Like they missed some calls, sure. but that was the outlier. Now the missed calls are all the time. We're not expecting them to do more than they did before. It's not like there's really more games, right? Like you have one more regular season game, but you have less preseason games. So it's the same number of games. It's not like there's anything crazy going on there. So I don't know what the shift was, but we had better officiating at games than we do today. And it's not like anything's changed in as far as prep or anything like that. Like those guys all have the same situation that these guys do. So I don't know why these ones are so much worse. Unless they just don't take pride in their job, which, if you've ever hired some younger people, there's an element of that.
Well, there is. So I don't work.
Well, I mean, I don't really see that many young. Well, I don't know what a young referee would be in the NFL. I mean, I haven't really seen too many young ones. I have seen more women, which is good.
Sure,
but I haven't seen. I mean, the referees that are actually the umpires are the ones that you notice the most because they're the ones that are on the TV giving a call. So those are usually the elder statesmen of the group.
But they're just reiterating whoever threw the flag.
Right.
So
and I don't know what has to be done either. Yeah, I don't know what has to be done either. This is the day of social media too. I mean, Puka might have it right. He might have a little bit of it right. He might have it on a slide right, but he might have a little bit of a point.
There's too much subjectivity, right? It's same thing with baseball, right? And too many guys like in baseball umpires are talking about, well, that's my strike zone. Well, the strike zone is the strike zone. It's not your strike zone or the other guy's strike zone. And it's the same way in football with pass interference and holding calls. I mean, they're always going to be open to some subjectivity, but I think they need to all be trained the same way to think the same way.
The only thing that I can kind of counter that with is if it's your strike zone and it's the same all day for both sides, then you can live with it, right? Because you know what it is. And similar with the NFL, if you got a guy that's really calling something tight or isn't calling something, as long as that's true all day, you can adapt to that. It's when this isn't a call until the last 5 minutes of the game and now it's a penalty. That's a problem.
Or not.
It happens. Exactly.
Right.
Or with baseball, it's like, okay, this has been a strike all day. Why isn't it now? Yeah. So that's where I have a problem with it. Like if you're going to have an expanded strike zone or misshapen to a degree, but it's the same all day, cool. You know what that is, right? As a hitter and a pitcher. In football, if it's you can hand check and they're going to let you play through it, cool. Or if they're not, right? Like you have to adapt to that. But if it's we've been hand checking all day and now it's holding or pass interference or illegal contact or whatever they want to call it, well, then that's a problem. It's like, well, where was that call for the last 50 minutes?
They're way too inconsistent, especially with pass interference calls. Way too inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not irritated by that one at all.
Right. Well, I still don't believe that, but
I don't know about all that, but I just think it's just lackadaisical. I don't think that they're
just bad.
In this day and age, it's a show me the money age. So I wouldn't be surprised if these refs just need to get paid more so they can pay more be more focal on their job. Maybe that's what they're looking for. I don't know. We'll find out in this next collective bargaining agreement.
I think some of them would like to be the full-time employee because then they don't have to have other jobs, right? Because I mean, when you think of some of the other guys that were prominent figures before, Hockey Lee, I believe, was a lawyer, right?
Yeah,
like he had his own thing. So the NFL was a side gig to him.
I've been hearing this since I'm 10 years old, though. For like 55 years, I've been hearing the same thing. Make them full-time referees or full-time employees. And how can it not have happened yet? You're telling me how important these games are. It's a billion, I can't even count the billions, dollar industry, and we let these guys be part-time employees. It makes no sense at all.
It's because there's only 4 months of games.
Regardless, I find things to do. Train them all week long. I don't know. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you, but like I get the argument against it because football season's just short.
Yeah, and some of those guys have like professions where they're probably making X amount of dollars that's like far exceed,
Pay
what
them. You can
you know,
pay
pay.
them. There's money to pay them, is my point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's money
I mean, and they already get paid
falling
pretty
on
well.
trees here.
It's not like they're getting terrible pay either.
No.
They make six figures for sure.
I understand I got to pay guys not to take these other jobs. I get it. But the league can afford to do it, is my point. I mean, this isn't the WNBA we're talking about. Sorry.
Their refs
Sorry, Bo.
are super bad. Like, so, man, like they really got to fix their stuff.
Well, they're probably getting $50 a night. So I know that's not true.
No, I think they do a little better than that, but it's still not great.
High school refs get
$100 a night.
I mean, from the sound of it, they do actually make less than they do in at the college rank. And so if that's true, that's crazy. It also lets you know why it's bad, because it means they're just chasing the pro tag as opposed to just trying to be great at their job and earn the most money.
Mm-hmm. Can be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's kind of like, when you have like little leagues, when you have refs that work for little leagues or stuff like that,
Sure.
they have a real job and they just go in there but that's for the kids. That's a whole different situation. However, grown ass men, professional athletes that get paid
a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, also when you're doing it for the kids, there's 40 parents watching.
Oh my God!
If you mess one up, instead of
pay me enough,
4.5 million people watching you blow a call.
I think the 40 parents.
Right.
I think the 40 parents could be worse in a lot of situations, Bo.
Well, there's still 70,000 people in the stands that are going to yell at you too.
Yeah, they're coming out of the stands to attack you though, like they dare in Little League baseball, for crying out loud.
I mean, there is that. There's
you couldn't pay me to be a youth league official in anything. You couldn't pay me enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of the NFL and the absorbent amount of money that they have that they don't feel like they need to use for anything useful.
Okay.
See where they were growing. Okay, Tom. Yeah, maybe they do. A lot of ACL tears have been happening. I mean, to players that are, big time player, Micah, Patrick Mahomes. And there's a lot of them this year. In fact, I did have a list. I didn't think of downloading it when I saw it, but there's been a lot of them ACL. And what do you guys think is the issue here? Do you think it's the field? Do you think it's the training? Do you think it's the player?
So, I mean, there's a couple of things, right? I mean, like some of it, playing surface obviously can play a role. Washington has one of the worst ones in the league, has forever, right? Some people complain about the field turf because of the amount of grip, stuff like that. And so for ACLs, that tends to be those types of thing. It's a pivoting movement without your foot being able to move. So that can absolutely be blamed on a playing surface. Or if it's just a unfortunate way you landed, like Mahomes hyperextending the knee, that'll pop it. Ertz getting absolutely that low blast directly to the knee, that'll snap it every time. So those ones kind of have outside influence, right? But all of the Achilles, that I believe really has to do with the way people prep for games now. Because it used to be that you used to watch a lot of stretching drills and all of that in pregame warmups, right? If you go to a game and you're there before, they don't do any of that stuff anymore. And so I think the Achilles has a lot to do with strength and conditioning. But ACL's been a problem forever.
Yep. And the good news is it's almost like, not to compare this to HIV, Wow.
But the Damn.
Yes, but you can live with it now. You can play. You can come back and bounce back from it. It's my question. My thing is, an ACL is not a death sentence to your career like it was in 1950 or 60 or something. Like Gale Sayers, who was still a modern marvel, but he wasn't the same guy after he tore his ACL. Booby Miles in Friday Night Lights, tore his ACL, wasn't the same guy. You just So now the way surgery is now, you look at a modern marvel like Adrian Peterson. He comes back in 7 months and gets an MVP. So it's not like it's a bad thing now. You don't want it to happen at all, mind you.
No.
But these guys are far more supreme athletes. When we talk about ACLs, I agree with Bo. You're more supreme athlete. So the faster you move, the more lateral movement you do. I think it's harder not to have those type of injuries. But having an Achilles tear, that a rupture, we see, like we saw basketball, there was so many guys that had it. They just don't do everything they used to do anymore to prep for that. I agree. It's just it's bound to happen for those types of injuries. But even with saying that, these guys still bounce back from Achilles. I mean, the recovery now and the surgeries are just impressive what they're able to do.
The medical technology, to your point, is fascinating. Like it is so good comparatively. Because back in the era where an Achilles, where your ACL potentially ends your career, an Achilles was a guarantee. It was done. It was a wrap.
Yep.
Like as soon as that popped, is like, well, hope you like selling insurance because football is done. And now, you are a year removed. For real. That was the next level, like punch up. I was not ready for that.
James, a whole different level today.
It's good thing it's not 1989 or something. That would have been.
But in reality, yes, bringing that up, the HIV. I hate to even bring it. I mean, working in the medical field, you can live with it now. They have billboards that show people with HIV. They're like, I got HIV, but I can live with it now because it's not showing up. So
it's more curable,
for sure.
Well, it ain't curable.
Well,
you just don't. It's your T cells are up in it. Yes.
Yeah, it's not a death sentence.
It's not a death. Yes.
I don't know. Read that right off the billboard, did you, Bo?
Yeah.
Magic. The only reason why I asked about that whole ACL thing and how we got on the topic of HIV. But anyway, they have gone up actually.
Sure.
In the years.
Yeah.
It's more and more frequent. Even concussions have maintained a manageable, a manageable level since, they incorporated all these rules and the season and stuff like that, not having too many preseason games. But
here's the thing with it. So of course concussions haven't continued to rise because there's specific rules to protect against that. You're not allowed to lead with your helmet. If you even have accidental helmet to helmet, it's a 15-yarder. If you get two of them, you can get kicked out of a game. So, I mean, there's so many things that are built into the game now to help limit your ability to get concussions. When it comes to ACLs, these guys are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, but they're still within the confines of the shape of the field. So you're getting all that more mass and speed, and you're still cutting the same way. So it's not like the bone structure and the ligaments are bigger and stronger. The muscles are. The speed is higher. The ligaments are the same size. Like, it's not like these guys are now giants or something. Like, they're still normal-sized humans. So although they're better athletes, the rubber bands didn't grow.
Right. And then nobody really tackles. They're human missiles coming at you, right? Exactly. And these they're going to hit you at weird angles and not wrap you up and tackle you like they would have before.
Yep.
So. I mean, I had this conversation earlier with a friend of mine about the evolution of the football player in the last 30 years. I mean, is it really that they're fat? I mean, yes. I don't know if they're just faster. I don't know if the game is faster. Evolution is something that you don't. Evolution takes time.
So okay. I can tell you Some of it comes with the training, because it used to
Yes.
be that you would play multiple sports as a kid, and you wouldn't really focus on anything really until you got into college. Now you have kids at 10 years old going to football camps. They'll have 10,000 throws in before they get to college, right? Which is insane. And all of this specialized training absolutely makes you faster and stronger and more reps and whatever, puts you ahead of time. So when I played, my 40 time was a 4.34. Okay. That was elite speed when I ran it. That's not anymore. Like,
well, it ain't bad.
When you look at the
That's still pretty fast, brother.
you might have one. Well, no, it's still fast. But like when you look back to when I played, you'd have like a guy or two at the combine that might run a 4.3, right? And now you probably have 20 guys running a 4.3, and you might have 2 people dipping into the 4.2s.
I know some guys that fast to the buffet line, man. Just
For real. No, but what my point is over the last 20 years, yeah, people have shaved significant time. They're faster. They get more reps at stuff. Like, they're more highly trained at the positions. So are they a better athlete? Sure. Are they a smarter player? You could argue no. But, but the rules have changed in a way they don't necessarily have to be. So, but no, I mean, it's how specialized all of that training when they're younger has become.
True story. Year round. College players train year round. They're in the training facility every day. And so, if it's only natural, they're going to get bigger and better. Tom Brady ran a couple of 4.2s, by the way. They're in the same 40, but
yeah. I knew he was going to say that. Put them together, right?
It's just kind of weird looking at the injuries. Like, for instance, my team, the Lions, they have a lot of injuries. They're like one of the top 3 teams in the league right now that have a lot of injuries. I don't know if that's because of the playing surface. It varies from what it is to ACLs, Achilles, knee injuries, a lot of knee injuries, a lot of impact knee injuries that they're having too.
I think for you, it has to, having a one-off year of it, I would say, oh yeah, it could be playing surface or something like that. But considering you have had multiple years of an insane amount of injuries across all positions, that makes me look at your strength and conditioning coach.
Correct.
Because some of those guys that have those injuries, they don't do a ton of running, right? Like, some of those guys are in the trenches. Those aren't guys that generally get it unless somebody rolls into the side of their knee. And so, but when you have the amount of injuries you've had really over the last 3 seasons, you have to be looking at strength and conditioning coaching at this point, because there's no way you can have that many different guys in that many different positions all having similar injuries.
I have to disagree with Donna about that, because the rules have been in place to protect players. I mean, in regards to that area,
people so much. It's a violent game, and people are going to get hurt.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's just too many variables. I think the biggest thing is the earlier thing we talked about is more so the explosiveness and the change. And when Bo said the evolution of the game, not the player itself. I agree with you, BA. It takes a long time for the human body to evolution. I mean, it would take forever, but how the science of the game has changed. That's what I think that's what he means.
Yeah.
Yes, and everything, and how we treat how we treat the body and how we train it and go through the rigors. Now, the guys are more explosive, they're faster, they're bigger, stronger. And that's
why I said it's not the evolution of the player, because all the ligaments are the same size, right? They just more highly trained. But, if you're adding more weight to the same size rubber band, it just isn't going to last very long.
When you look at track and field, for instance, we talk about Jesse Owens and how his style of running. He was naturally fast. He was a gifted runner, but he had a style of running where it's different now. Now the guys understand, when you look at science, environmental science or physical science, when you look at the plane, we talk about drag, thrust, lift, and all those different types of things. You're doing the same thing with the runners. That's why most of those guys, when they start the block, their head is they're running like this with their head down and their shoulder down because you're trying to get that wind above you to just glide across you versus hitting you in the chest, and you're losing like precious time off your 40 time. That's why you see when those guys running the 40 in the block, they're with the arm up and everything, and they still they're running maybe about 2/3 with their head down, and then they finally come up and do
that. But I mean, all running is a controlled fall, right? Your body is out leading, and your leg has to catch you, right? And there's body mechanics as far as how far do you want your leg to travel in front of you, because if you go too far, you actually slow momentum down. So, I mean, there's just a lot of body mechanics that goes into having a good 40 time. It's one of the random things that I get paid to do outside of this stuff is teach people how to run.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, helping football players. So little one-off things that I've done.
All right.
I have trouble with stairs.
Knowledge.
There, well, if I fly it out here, can you help me with stairs? Because I have trouble with stairs.
I can work with technique. I can't work with joints. Like if they're just garbage, it just is what it is. And I only say that because
I only say that because you're 100 years old, Keith.
My stairs don't feel.
And you're welcome, Donna. That was the professional part of the show.
Hey, we touch on it sometimes.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah. Until we had the whole stair thing go on with Keith, but okay, that just broke up the monotony.
Well, so this one isn't like way out of the realm of stuff. I played football till I was 30, right? So I mean, you know, it's people that I know that have kids playing football would ask me to do, you know, one-on-one training or stuff. So it's not something I ever did commercially, but you know, I love the sport, and so doing stuff like that was always fun.
Well, maybe you can come be our strength and conditioning coach there, Bo.
I mean, it couldn't be worse. So,
yeah, one of my co-hosts thinks that's the whole problem too. Is you need to fire the strength and conditioning coach. Maybe that's what they need to do. I don't know, but that and a lot of really, it's not really been offense. I mean, we've had more offensive injuries this year, but last year we didn't really have any offensive injuries. It's been the defense. It's been focused on the defense. Whether it's the defensive line or it's the defensive backs, both years, it's like, what the hell's going on? But I guess it is what it is, and I hope they figure it out because I'm really getting sick of this. Anyway, flipping into games, not having my full potential of players on there and showing what the Lions can actually be. I got to be in there with Jack the plumber and Bob the builder. Out there, playing football. I don't like that too much. But anyway, Burrow, is he really on borrowed time? Do you think he's contemplating retirement?
No,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I just think he's kind of forcing his hand the way Carson Palmer did.
100%. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Straight, yeah. And I'm not mad at it. Right. And the good thing is Cincy will probably let it happen. Whereas the Lions, when you had a couple of players that wanted to get out there, like, yeah, we're not going to let that happen, and they retired. So you get one way or the other. But the main takeaway is they're not going to play for you anymore. So you can either have them end their career early, or you can let them go somewhere else. But either way, they're done in your building. And I get it. So, like, if you're Burrow, I fully understand. Like, if you got to put up 45 points a game to have a shot at winning, that doesn't even guarantee you're going to win. 45 is like that benchmark so that you could win, because the defense can never get a stop. The offensive line has never been ranked better than 27th since he got there. So, I mean, he's only had one decent defense the whole time, and they got to a Super Bowl. It's progressively gotten worse every single year since he's been there. So, of course, he's frustrated.
James is chopping.
This is the problem I have with that. The problem I have with that. You were paid to be the highest. I mean, you were paid at the time the highest paid quarterback at the time, and your defense was never good. It was never good when you were there. So, and you had Carson Palmer in your ear before, and you knew this. You didn't advocate for your defense to get better. You advocated for your offense to get better by paying your 2 wide receivers. So I got a problem with that. I mean, stop pouting. This is what you asked for, and you're getting the money that many guys that that are playing in the game aren't getting that kind of money that are playing. So this is what it is, man. I mean, it's that you play for this organization. You got drafted by them. You didn't have to sign a contract. You could have went in free agency and went somewhere else. This is what you kind of knew what this was. So
okay, by the way, I'm just saying that's what he's doing is trying to leverage his way out of town.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's okay. He's got a contract, and if he doesn't want to fulfill it and they don't want to trade him, he can go home and live on what he's already made, which they'll live very comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, we got the beards in the house. Nice. It's. I'm not saying it's great by any means. I get the frustration level, right? Because when you have the worst ranked defense in the league, and last year you can't make it to the playoffs having an MVP caliber year. You got a Triple Crown winning receiver, and your defense can't make a stop. It's not even like they're just below average. Like they can't stop anything. I mean, a traffic cone, someone might trip over. These guys just straight get out of the way almost. So, yeah, I get some of the frustration, but you got paid, right? So that's on you. So I'm not saying it's okay or you should try and get out of your contract or anything like that. I'm just saying I understand the frustration because if you're giving it your all, you're putting up very real numbers and you're not in any danger of winning games. That'd be frustrating.
He's been to a Super Bowl. It didn't work out so great for Carson Palmer and other guys. They leverage their way out of town. I don't remember him winning or even getting to any Super Bowls. So,
he got in one with Pittsburgh, didn't he?
Yeah.
No. Carson Palmer?
Carson Palmer went to Arizona. And they lost to Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl.
No. That was Kurt Warner.
Sure.
Yeah, that was Kurt Warner.
Yeah. Kurt Warner was a quarterback then, yeah.
In 08.
Palmer never made a Super Bowl.
That's right. Carson Palmer did play for Arizona, though, didn't he?
He did play.
Yeah.
So,
he went. I think he got them to a championship game.
He might have gone. I think he was there when. I was trying to remember who the coach was. Names are not good with me today. Tampa's last coach before Tom Brady.
Bruce Arians.
Yes. He played for Arians, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had a few good years with Arizona. I mean, he ended up playing for almost a decade after he got out of there.
Yeah. But his situation didn't really improve because he didn't get to any Super Bowls.
So he didn't win a Super Bowl, but he did have way more competitive teams.
Yeah, I would say that.
I would say Cardinals were a way more competitive team when he joined.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, he's not saying he has to go win a ring. Obviously, you want to win a ring. That's the ultimate goal. But when you can have an MVP caliber year and you can't even make the playoffs with it, and then you come into this year and your offensive line is so bad, you're just getting ran over. Yeah, I mean, like, cool. I made money. I'm winning at capitalism. Great. I'm also seeing exactly how the grass is growing all the time. This one's getting taller. Let me just pluck this while I'm down here.
Let me say this about Carson Palmer. Before he tore his ACL with the Bengals that year, they were lighting it up. That team was very good, and John Kidna came in and spelled for him a little bit. I mean, it wasn't bad. They were a very good team, huh?
Weren't they like 10-1 or something when he got hurt?
Something like that before he tore his ACL. It was in the playoffs he tore his ACL, I think. Yeah,
right. They may have started that one, right?
And as a fan of a team that got a front row seat at Kitna, it's no surprise that he didn't go and kill it for them when he got there.
Oh no, we that's okay because we had Kitna for what, a year and a half.
I mean,
he started off good. He started off good. Yeah, I think we went 8-0.
He was a much higher draft pick than he should have been.
Did he play for Dallas too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he played for like about a quarter of the league.
I was going to say half.
Right. And Bo, I kind of agree to this the sympathy toward Burrow, because I saw that, and a lot of Lions fans get on Stafford because Stafford's he wanted to leave. Well, yeah, he wanted to leave. You didn't put no team around him. He was frustrated and trying to carry the team all the time that he did. And then now they wanted to go get a new offensive coordinator, a new coach, a new everything, and an ownership change. Although it was the same ownership, it was it's Ford ownership, but it was a different person that was leading it. He was like, "Oh no, I can't go through this again. I can't go through a rebuild stage again. I've been in this league for 12 years. There's no way I need to be playing for another team and rebuild. Let me go somewhere else." And fans got, because he requested a trade. We don't want, dude. I mean, if you were in that same position, you wouldn't want to do that either.
I mean,
go through that same thing.
This is the parallel I make to people, because they never look at it as the job that it is, right? They're like, oh, you should want to stay forever. It's like, okay, say you work for a company and it sucks and it's not going to get better, and you're the best employee and they just keep giving you more work because they don't want to hire more people. Are you going to quit? Yeah. You're going to be like, you know what? This has been terrible, frankly. I'm going to go ahead and go literally anywhere else. And so that's, I mean, as long as you keep it in that perspective, I mean, yeah, these guys get paid a lot of money. They're playing a game, but it's still a job. And if you're not going to give people the tools to be successful, it's not unreasonable to think that they may want to try a different company.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to disagree with that, you guys. I mean, he literally lobbied for those wide receivers, and they paid them. They paid them top billing, top dollar.
We were talking about Stafford wanting.
No, yeah, but he compared Stafford to this situation, being empathetic to this guy. So yes, they paid him. They paid the wide receivers. I get it. I mean, the defense sucks, but all the money is tied into your offense now. I mean, everybody's highly paid. It's tied into your offense. It's going to be hard to it's going to be hard to pay anybody to come in. And another thing, you're in a city where a lot of players don't want to go. Yeah. Look at LeBron. LeBron was in Cleveland. Nobody wanted to come to Cleveland. Nobody wanted to come out there and play. It sucked. A lot of players. Who was the guy that played for the Bulls? Joakim Noah. He said that city was horrible. He was right. It's a terrible city.
No,
I mean, it's just hard.
If you're going to make a parallel, it shouldn't have been Stafford. The parallel should be Myles Garrett, because he also was like, "Hey, give me all the money," and he's bummed out that they're bad. And it's like, yeah, you knew they were bad. They were going to stay bad. He's going to set the sack record. He's going to be defensive player of the year.
Garrett, that would probably have been a better one.
Not going to the playoffs.
I can't feel sorry. And I got on Aaron Rodgers for this type of thing, and I can't feel that bad for guys who take their money that could be spread around somewhere else, right? I'm not a big redistribution of wealth guy, believe me. But Tom Brady was smartly, because he wanted to win, said, "I'll get my money eventually," and he kept pushing it down the road.
I was gonna bring him up, Keith. You said it. You beat me to it.
And nobody else does it. Rodgers didn't do it. Manning didn't do it. Nobody does it.
And he was the highest paid quarterback at one time. And how many did they win when he was that?
None.
So, and it's what Mahomes started to do. He signed that big deal and then just keeps restructuring it so that he can keep guys around
players on that team.
If you want to win, like, that's what you got to do.
Well, that's why I always think that the reason why Tom Brady is the GOAT in that regard is because of his leadership. He wants to be out there to win. He's competitive. He wants, anywhere he goes, he wants to win. And he's going to do anything he possibly can do in his own to make that possible. And there's no quarterbacks that really do that anymore. There's none, really. I think he's the only guy that's ever done that.
Yeah,
unless somebody else can prove me wrong with it.
Before people think I think Tom Brady was giving up money, Tom Brady got all his money eventually.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he just stretched it out.
Yeah.
Well, and he also married rich too. His wife had a lot of money too.
That's
right. I like that he was the low earner in that household.
He was right. Low on the totem pole there. Well, maybe I should use a different phrase there. Than that. I don't know.
Giselle called him her bitch. That's what it was.
Look at him now, though, Giselle. Look at him now.
Yeah, that's right.
He's boring. Anyway. On that note, we shall end this show. It's been a great talk. We did have some unprofessionalism. I need to start taking score on this stuff. But anyway,
we need a bell.
Yeah, just write it down. Yeah, it's
write a bell.
like a teleprompter or something. Yeah, for Tom Brady. Yeah, he got his in the end. But yeah, this has been a great talk, folks. And enjoy your comments in the section there, Donna, Bearded, everybody in there, and we will see you again next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'll probably get hit with something with that anyway when I say that.
You're done.
Right.
Adam West is on line 1 for you.
Right, yeah. Copyright infringement. I said that.
If Adam West calling anybody, I'm hitting the screen. I'm out of here. If Adam West is calling me.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
tapping out. Right. Who? No. Anyway,
either that or I already punched out and I didn't know it.
Right. Everybody have a very good night, and we'll see you next time.
You guys.